So, a brilliant 3-0 win over Sheffield United in the Premier League. Hopefully, this is the confidence booster we need going into that biggest game of our season game against Slavia Prague. And let's be real here, Sheffield United didn't really offer as much in this game, but there were some interesting decisions as we do have quite a lot of injuries, and Saka coming off in this game injured was a huge blow for us because he's so important to us, Bukayo Saka, and we need him. And the fact that he got injured is probably the only negative we can take away from this game. But we had a few injuries, obviously. Ødegaard was out, Smith-Rowe was out, Aubameyang was out due to flu he had last second. So that didn't help us. But I thought the attacking cohesion we had in this game was very good. And that's something we lacked in the game against Slavia Prague because, you know, we tried different things and it wasn't working. But I think the one thing that was good today was LACAZETTE, Martinelli. They did really well. And even LACAZETTE, I thought, you know, yes, they were trying a lot of flicks and they're thinking they're Ronaldo or whatever, Prime Santi Cazorla or whatever, I don't even know. But they worked and he provided a brilliant assist to Ceballos, so he has to get a lot of credit for that. And today he was quite good. And I think we'd have to keep with most of the starting 11 for the Slavia game because it kept so much consistency, even if it means that the likes of Aubameyang, Smith-Rowe, Ødegaard miss out. But yes, obviously, Saka, a bit of a knock he got, and maybe because of that he'll have to miss out. Not sure how much, but hopefully it's the dead leg. That thigh injury did not look good whatsoever. So let's have a quick look through all the goals that we scored. The first one was through LACAZETTE. What a build-up play. That was just majestic. That was brilliant, wasn't it? And yeah, that just reminded me of pure Wenger days. Just the good times, you know, some of the good times we had towards the end of that. You know, some of the good football we played was very good, and I was very happy with that, to be honest. And yeah, that was good. And good goal, Ceballos with the flick, and then LACAZETTE with the finish. We need him consistently, you know, raring to go, so we can have him ready for that game against Slavia Prague on Thursday, because that's where it's matters. It's all in good smashing Sheffield United 3-0, who are 20th in the Premier League, but we need to go and do that against Slavia because that's where our season lies now, not in the league, but in that game against Slavia. So that was the first goal. The second one, Martinelli, what a ball. Like Pepe, what a shot. He did some brilliant stuff there. And then the goalkeeper parried it out. Who I thought was pretty decent today, goalkeeper, Ramsdale. He's had a lot of criticism, but I thought he played pretty decent. Even though he parried it straight out to Gabriella Martinelli with an easiest goal he's going to score in his career. And I thought he played really well. He was a constant threat down that left-hand side for us. And where has he been all season? That's my question. How has he not played more? And I think he needs to be a key asset now for our side now, because he is so good, Gabriella Martinelli. And yeah, you know, you just need to keep that going, and hopefully we can see more of him, because, you know, I really like Gabriella Martinelli, and a lot of Arsenal fans do, but for some reason Arteta doesn't play him as much, and I really like to see him play against Slavia Prague on Thursday. So yeah, that's Gabriella Martinelli. And the third one came from a Thomas Partey through ball. What a ball from Partey. That's what you pay the big bucks for. And then he puts it through to LACAZETTE on a 1-on-1. Maybe I would rather him score the Slavia one and miss this one. But for some reason he missed that one. It scored there. Oh, for God's sake. Oh God, because that was the one that mattered more, not this one. And yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But let's get straight into the player ratings, because I'm sure that's what you guys are all waiting for. Well, I don't know. We went with Leno. We went with the back four. A back four of Xhaka, Murray, Holding and Chambers. Oh God, we went with Granit Xhaka left back. And to be fair, he had hardly anything to do. Let's be real here. You know, he didn't have much to do. But I thought when he had his opportunities for the role he was filling, he was playing like left centre back at times, because we kept changing it during the game. I don't know what formation we were playing. And, you know, Xhaka was key to that, and I'll just give him a 6. Pablo Mari and Holding, I thought there was a bit of assurance there, you know, and maybe that is a centre-back pairing we do take into the Slavia game, because for some reason, Gabriel and Holding look calamitous with each other, but Mari and Holding, they look a bit better. So both of them 6s. Callum Chamber at right back. I thought he was pretty decent, put some good crosses in. Defensively, you know, wasn't challenged that much, and I thought he had a half-decent performance as well, so I'll give him a 6. Thomas Partey and Dani Ceballos and Bukayo Saka completed that midfield, and I thought pretty much all of them were pretty decent. I have to say, Saka was more involved in the first half, and then he slowed to dissipate it, and then he got injured. But for Saka, I'll give him a 6. Thomas Partey, I'll give him a 7. Obviously, I was going to give him a 6, but then you got that brilliant assist. So I have to bump that up to a 7. And I thought he controlled that midfield really well. Didn't do many things stupid. Maybe we gave away the ball once or twice, but it's a very physical game, very different type of game for him, and he adapted very well. So 7. And Danny Ceballos, he's had one of his better games in the last few months, and I thought he did quite well today. Again, he usually turns up against these more physical sides because he's good at playing football, and he did these little flickies and whatever he was trying to do and got an assist from one of them, so give credit to that, as I said earlier, and give him a 7. Front three of Pepe, Lacazette and Martinelli on that left hand side. And first of all, let's go with Pepe, and I thought he was quite good. He was really good, and I think this is the front three we should be going with against Slavia. Aubameyang, I don't know, maybe let's just keep him as an impact player. And Saka, I don't know what's going on. I wouldn't risk him either, because if we get through to the semis, we'll need him then, wouldn't we? And even the final if we get there. So Pepe 7, constant threat down the right hand side. On the left hand side, Martinelli 7 as well. He's got the goal, constant threat down the left hand side. Maybe his shot could have been a bit better, but he's not played a lot, has he? And you just have to give him the benefit of doubt. Lacazette, my man of the match, he was brilliant today, and I'll give him a 9. Very, very good. Got the 2 goals, and he was a constant threat all evening. And yeah, perfect from him, 9. Willian, 5. El Neni, just not applicable really. And then Nketiah, I'm going to give him a 6, because towards the end of that game, I thought Nketiah was putting in a real shift, trying to show the manager that, maybe I want to get in here as well. But I think now, look, we've beaten Sheffield United. We got up to 9th. Brilliant. I don't think we're going to get Europe through the league now. And I think it's about taking all this confidence that hopefully we have gained and take it to that Slavia game, because that's where it'll be needed. And that's where our season will lie now, because I don't think we're going to get into the Europa League. Yes, the points on that, they're not that far away, and if we do string some good results together, we could get in there, but we've been very inconsistent all season. So what's the guarantee that we are going to turn up towards the end of this season? And there's so many good teams above us, like Liverpool, like Chelsea, like Spurs, like Everton, like Leicester, like West Ham, all fighting it out for all those European spots. So it's going to be very difficult for us. And yeah, what more can you say? And, Europa League, that's where the focus is now. The Europa League on Thursday, the biggest game of our season. We have to win in Prague. That's the main thing. I think, yeah, we win in Prague, or we draw 2-2 or 3-3 and we go through. But let's just focus on winning, because we don't want a 2-2 edgy-wedgy type of game. We don't want that. We just want to win in Prague. And that is and should be our aim, because we need to get to that semi-final, and then if we win on Thursday, 3 games away from the Champions League, and that's what we should be aiming for. And hopefully, as I said in the preview, hopefully this is a good confidence booster, and I knew we'd win, come on, comfortable. Sheffield United didn't pose any problems to us, and it was a very comfortable night. So yeah, all round, brilliant stuff from Arsenal today. 3-0, don't really see those, and a clean sheet for Bernd Leno, the first time in 13 games, and the first time we've won at Bramall Lane in the Premier League. So what a way to round up this weekend into 9th, and hopefully on Thursday, fingers crossed, we get to the semi-finals of the Europa League.